Long before they became successful business owners, education in sports and Texas Southmost College gave Johnny and Nena Cavazos their start. Sharing their success and helping talented students fulfill their own dreams of a college education has become their legacy. Their love for their hometown university, Texas Southmost College, began in the 1950s. After graduating from high school, Johnny and Nena both enrolled at the junior college. Back then, the campus had recently moved from its downtown location on Palm Boulevard to the new campus in historic Fort Brown. The campus was much smaller than today. Enrollment was at about 600 students. Life at the junior college was sort of like a continuation of high school. Many of the students who graduated from the high schools in the neighboring towns went on to the junior college. Economics kept many close to home, and much like it is today, students took classes and worked part-time at whatever jobs they could find. In those days, the cafeteria on campus was the gathering place where students would meet and talk, play cards, or in the evenings, dance the night away at the sock hops and formal dances. Nena and Johnny both felt the professors and coaches were truly involved and really cared for their students, even though the mere 28 members of the faculty had very heavy teaching loads, sometimes having to double up on the subjects that they taught.
Mrs. Warburton, wouldn't
she
stands out as a science teacher.
She really stand out because in biology, and they would say, and there was no reason not to believe that if you take a course with her and you would get a C, they're just as good, solid at the University of Texas for a B. She was really something.
Johnny and Nena took a full load of classes, but they made time to get involved in campus life. Nena was in the Newman Club and sang in the choir. They were both leaders in the Pan American Student Forum, and they even played Joseph and Mary in the Christmas pageant. Johnny was first offered a football scholarship to attend Texas A&I College in Kingsville. But the summer before the fall scholarship was to begin, the head coach at Texas Southmost College, Earl Hog-Eye Harris, recruited him and convinced Johnny to stay home and instead play for the Scorpions. Johnny wore the number 32 and was a star on the football team. The 1950-51 season, though, ended up as a particularly difficult one. The lowest point in the season was a historic and memorable 101-0 loss to arch-rival Del Mar College of Corpus Christi.
My job was to play linebacker, and my job was to go after the quarterback. That's all I had to do.
The Scorpion yearbook wrote, "There's nothing much to say, except that we got whooped."
And I never have forgotten his name because his last name was Dollar. So that was easy to remember. And needless to say that we got beat 101-0. And I never touched the quarterback. And I'm still looking for him.
Sadly, football ended that year at TSC. But the campus would serve also as a romantic backdrop for Johnny and Nena. Johnny had grown up on a ranch in rural Brownsville, and Nena was from nearby San Benito. They knew each other from their high school days, but it was during their first year at the junior college where their mutual friendship turned to love, and their partnership truly began.
I really got going and had my eyes on this little woman here. So, and right off the bat, I was, if I remember correctly, I told her, one of these days you're going to be my wife. Took me 3 years, but she became my wife.
At the end of their first year at TSC, Nena and Johnny both left college, but held tight to their dreams of earning college degrees. Johnny joined the Air Force. The Korean conflict was raging, and all the able-bodied young men were signing up. Johnny served until he was honorably discharged in 1955. By then, he and Nena were married and living in San Antonio. In those days, if a student wanted to go beyond junior college and earn a bachelor's degree, they had to leave the valley. In San Antonio, Nena worked at an insurance office and Johnny worked 2 jobs. He sold newspapers early in the morning and at night sorted checks at a bank. During the day, he took classes at St. Mary's University, eventually receiving his bachelor's degree in economics and international relations in 1958. In the early 60s, they returned to Brownsville, and the couple decided it was time now for Nena to go back and get her degree. She once again enrolled at TSC and earned her Associate of Arts degree in 1961. But then they moved back to San Antonio so Nena could pursue a teaching degree. And in 1963, she was awarded a bachelor's degree in education from Incarnate Word College. With degrees in hand, Nena and Johnny now came back to Brownsville to finally settle down and make their home. Johnny became a coach at Central Junior High School, and Nena would teach 2nd grade at Ebony High School, now Martin Elementary, when the couple, though, decided to make plans to strike out on their own. The year was 1965, and they established Cavazos Insurance in a small office just a block from the Texas Southmost College campus. Today, the property is owned by the university and is called Fort Brown Plaza.
0 customers, just from scratch.
Your teacher retired.
I had worked 2 years as a school teacher and had built a few $100s for retirement. So I withdrew it, and with that we bought a typewriter and paid the first month's rent and worked out of a 1-room office at Fort Brown.
They made a good team. Nena had experience in insurance work, and Johnny's cup of tea was sales. Johnny will never forget those early days. There was a large front window in their office that allowed Nena to see him when he returned from a meeting with a potential client.
And Nena's desk, she could see outside, and so she could tell if I was coming in. And before, as soon as I'd see her, if I started dancing out there, and man, I sold the policy. I sold the car insurance.
Johnny did a lot of dancing. In the following 40 years, they built a successful, independent insurance agency. First, offering general insurance policies, and now specializing in group medical plans for businesses, school districts, city governments.
And we had people that believed in us, that backed us, the bankers and the insurance companies. They believed in us and gave us a chance.
And now, Johnny and Nena are doing the same, giving students a chance to make a college education possible. For many years, they have been giving scholarships to deserving Brownsville High School graduates. In 2002, they established a $100,000 endowment that will continue to award scholarships to high school athletes. But they wanted to do more. While understanding the hardships and remembering their own experiences struggling to pay for college, the Cavazos decided to establish the Johnny N. and Nena S. Cavazos Scholarship Endowment in 2004 for students at the university majoring in kinesiology. Maribel Nicole is married and the mother of a 4-year-old son. She was taking a full load of classes and working 2 jobs when she applied and was selected to receive a Cavazos scholarship. Maribel was able to quit one of her jobs and devote more time to her studies. As a result, she will graduate in December of '06 with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and a minor in health.
I mean, they really helped me, and I really want them to know that they did.
This year, the Cavazos have once again backed up their belief in higher education with their latest endowment of an additional $500,000 for student scholarships, now for elementary education majors. The Cavazos endowment totals now $1 million and is the largest family endowment to be established at the university.
Brownsville has been good to us, and we're firm believer in the education, and so we just feel that we should give it back.
Nena said this latest gift is her special dream. They selected the School of Education because she believed teachers are such an important influence on our youth.
It is sad to think that a child with a potential to continue, but they can't for financial reasons. It's just a good feeling to know that you were able to help them.
And the couple treasures the cards and letters they receive from grateful scholarship recipients.
I've got a box full of all those letters, and you can always tell by reading the letters, a lot of times, really even tears come out of you just to read the way they express themselves, the way they're telling us, thank you, and that to us makes it worthwhile.
The Cavazos are a true partnership in every way. They married on October 7, 1953, and this year they will celebrate 53 years of marriage.
And we lived together, we worked together, and played together.
Nena has even taken up Johnny's favorite pastime, hunting. Next door to their insurance is a very large room filled with trophies from their exotic hunting trips from around the world.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. So she's been with me to Africa several times, to New Zealand, to Spain, stuff like that, hunted. And she's got her trophies too.
Johnny and Nena said that Texas Southmost College made a real difference in their lives, and they believe they owe their start to the junior college. Both hope their story and the honors that they receive will serve as an inspiration to others just starting out. We made it on our own through our college years, borrowing and working all kinds of odd jobs, Nena said. If we can do it, so can others.